Escort EV. We're going to call this episode 9, sort of after the reality check of episode 8. As you can see, it looks like spaghetti under here right now because I just purchased a couple of different chargers. I'm going to go into that here in a minute. This is what they look like. Pro Sport 20 Plus. Triple bank onboard marine battery charger. Bought these at Acme Battery. Great Northern Battery Systems in Hamilton on Parkdale. Great people to deal with. The chargers I had previously, if you remember, I think from about back on episode, I don't know, 4, maybe 5, were the Nautilus type to match these batteries. The Nautilus batteries, by the way, are X-Sides, made by X-Side. I'm not sure who makes the Nautilus chargers. That was the ones that did 3 batteries each. I had 2 of them. Purchased a Canadian Tire. If anybody's thinking of using these for an EV, I would highly recommend not doing it. 2 things happen. First of all, the chargers themselves are 15 amp charger, but they unfortunately cycle through the batteries one at a time. So in other words, if this is battery 1, the charger would charge this one for 5 minutes at 15 amps, then it would move on to this one at 15 amps, then it would move on to this one at 15 amps, and then it would start the process over again. And then the second charger, of course, would do the same thing with the other 3 batteries. But the problem I found is that if you hooked up both chargers without breaking the loop somewhere on the system, then one charger would see the other and obviously would cause problems. So I popped one charger, I took it back, they replaced it, no problem. Canadian Tire is good for that. But when I got the next one, the charger that I had that was still working, it popped. And the new one I got was fine. So I'm not sure whether it was a defect in the chargers or what the application was, but just a word to the wise. They were pretty good chargers, they were worth the money, but the problem was A, they were too slow, and B, they just don't cooperate together. Now these 2 guys, I have 2 of them, one here, one here. And again, I just thrown them in here to test them because again, I didn't want the same problems to happen, but so far these seem to work really well. These are a bit different. They're intelligent chargers. They automatically select their own battery type, and the red LED, I don't know if you can see it there, that's right, that LED right there is the battery type. In this case, red means flooded lead acid. This is the power on, that's the power on's blue. This is the charged one. When it's ready, this I guess comes on. I don't know if it's red or green, but anyway. And these are 20 amp chargers, and that is to say that they charge all 3 batteries simultaneously. So and it basically monitors each battery and distributes the current to those that require it. And I just did a check with a voltmeter, and these are all now around 12.2 volts, which is perfect. So it is actually charging them very, very close. So individually charging each battery, which prevents you from undercharging or overcharging when you're doing a series string, I think these are going to work out really well. They're well heat sunk, and apparently these are waterproof and even salt waterproof, which makes it perfect for EV applications. So what I would do is probably, I'm going to try these for a while, but you know what, I think I am going to say that these seem to be the ticket. So I have a kilowatt meter down here, and it seemed to be wandering around 630 to 650 watts. I just changed it to amps. It's about 7.5 amps, which is correct. And apparently these are fast chargers, so we'll see how fast. I'll go back to watts. So I'm going to let this go all night. And it also has this, of course, kilowatt meter also has a timer on it. You can switch over to time. Right there, it's been 23 minutes. And in 23 minutes it's used 0.11 kilowatt hours. So we'll just go back to the watts again. And then I'm going to see how long it takes. This will also tell me exactly how much power I use in the car, so it's going to be very handy to try and get you a miles per gallon, if you want to call it that, average on this thing as I drive it. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll keep you posted on these battery chargers. I think these are going to work out really well. These are $230 each, by the way, so $460 for a pair of chargers isn't too bad, I thought. And now that I know they work, I will install them properly and get them in somewhere where I can mount them, and then just extend the leads out to where they need to go, and we'll go from there. And stay tuned.